Good morning, students. Why
Good
the
morning, ma'am.
so less? They are studying for test. Only 23 students are there out of 50 students. What about the remaining students? Tell them to join quickly, no? Today I'll discuss once again. I'll discuss case study innovative and I'll do revision today. Yes, students. Before I start my class, um, few students have not submitted the assignment. I want to tell the names of the students. Yes, is my screen is visible? No. Yes, students, you can see who has not submitted. Kishore, are you there, Kishore? Kishore. Kishore is there. In the last class he was there. I saw him. So Kishore has not submitted the assignment. Manisha, why Asta? Asta? Asta is there. Yesterday also she did not attend the class. What happened to her? Is she fine? Where is she? Any update? Yes, four students have not submitted the assignments 1 and 2. Asta, Kishore, Manisha, and Sunil. So, what is the reason? Manisha, Kishore, Asta. Hmm? Yes. No response. Whatever the questions we ask for that, no response. Students, once I want to discuss case study and innovation. Yes, students, what is boundary value? What is boundary value, students? What you understood by boundary value? Yes, the boundary value means the minimum range and the maximum range. The minimum value and the maximum value. Yes, students, when we develop any project, when we develop any application, or when we develop any project, whatever the input we take from the user, whatever the input we take from the user, there will be a range will be there. Simply I cannot take a data from the user. Simply I cannot take whatever the inputs I am taking. Whatever the inputs I am taking, for that input there should be a proper minimum and a proper validation. Minimum and maximum value should be there. Yes, you all have written when I gave the assignment question. When in your first test, you all have written the boundary value. Most of the students have taken the boundary value for age. When you go for voting, that is correct example. When you go for voting, the main criteria is what? Age. Correct? No, the gender is not a main criteria. Religion is not a main criteria. The main criteria is age. What is the main criteria? What is important in age? The minimum value and the maximum value. If a person is not having less than 18, the age is 18, the age is less than 18, and if it is greater than 60, If it is greater than 60, yes, till the death that person can go for voting. But here we are just putting a cap. We are just putting a cap to do the voting. So this is the minimum value, students. Yes, this is minimum value now, and this is the maximum range. This is the maximum range. So this is the, if I ask you what is the boundary value of age, what is the boundary value of age? What is the boundary value of age? Is it right? Whatever the condition I am writing, students, is it right? Is it correct? Yes. This is the boundary value of age. The age should not be, the age should lies between 18 to 60 years. It should not be less than, sorry, it should not be less than 18, and it should not be greater than 60. So similarly, one more example I'll write. The most commonly used example. What is the most commonly used example is next day problem. Next day problem. And I'll give you I'll give you one problem. Create a GUI for ATM. Create a GUI for ATM machine. Create a GUI for ATM machine and write the boundary value analysis for each field. Yes, create a GUI. When I say you create a GUI, then the GUI will be the GUI. I'll do the partition of GUI. I'll make a subsection of GUI. This is a login page. This is a transaction page. This is a transaction page. This is a balance inquiry page. Logout. Yes, students. My question is, what is my problem statement is I need to create a GUI for ATM machine. Yes, in ATM machine I am creating 4 forms. One is for login form, and the other one is transaction and balance inquiry and the logout page, or you can or the exit page Yes, in all the pages do I add some I'll add some of the functionalities. Login page, I'll take username and password from the or pin from the user, from the customers, or how we experience in ATM machine. I'll give like that only. So in the home page, first it will ask for insert your card. Insertion of a card. Once I insert the card, then it will ask for the PIN. Yes, PIN is of how many numbers, students? How many numbers? 4. Is it right? Then what is the boundary value of this PIN number? What is the boundary value of this PIN number? Respond. Yes, is my voice is audible? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನನ್ನ ವಾಯ್ಸು?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, here I may ask you in the innovative question, I may ask you write the boundary value of PIN number. Boundary value of PIN number. Yes, once I give the correct PIN number, then it will go to the transaction page. In the transaction page, what I have? The transaction page, I have withdraw, mini statement, Only two options I have. Yes, students, this is my application in whatever way, this is my project in whatever way, whatever I want, I can design. You may tell that in the transaction only, down only we'll get a balance. Yes, we get the balance, but the balance inquiry I'm putting in the next form. Or you can omit this and here only you can add balance. Balance. Again for withdraw, it will ask from saving, whether it is a saving account or it is a what account? Current account. Current account. Again, the mini statement. How many transactions it will display, students? Bega. The mini statement will show 5 transactions. Your 5 previous transaction and the balance inquiry. The balance inquiry. Coming to the amount withdrawal, when we go for, when we generally we take money from saving account only. So when I enter the amount, here we have one condition, the whatever the values, whatever the amount I give, it should be multiple of 100 only. If I give 10 rupees, will I get in ATM? Or if I give 1010 rupees, will I get in ATM? No, I will not get in ATM. The amount which we want to withdraw from the ATM, it should be multiple of 100 only. Should be multiple of 100. So this is my GUI of ATM machine. So whatever the fields, whatever the functionality I'm giving here, for all the functionality I want you to write the boundary value. I want you to write the boundary value. Yes, I have removed this balance inquiry. No, I'll change this to receipt. Do you want a receipt? There is there I select receipt. Do you want receipt? Yes, no. Yes, for yes, one radio button. For no, one radio button. If you click yes, then you will get a receipt. If you click no, then you will not get a receipt. Then it is a Boolean value. Yes, students, in boundary value we have learned this also. No, sometimes the boundary value may be Boolean value also. A Boolean value means true or false value. Yes. Yes, understood this boundary value for the given GUI. Artha aita?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Like
ma'am.
this, I may ask you any innovative question. So I may ask you I may ask you to write. See, here I am including only this much. You may add, if I tell you to design a GUI for ATM machine, then you may include some other functionalities also. Here I have taken 4 forms. In 2 forms only you may do the designing. Yes, but my aim is you have to, whatever the functionalities, whatever the text boxes you are adding. So for everything you need to write the boundary value. Yes, students, understood? Understood? Artha aita? Spurti, Vinny, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Now case study.
No.
So the same example I take for case study. Yes, students, for this, can I write a decision table? Yes, I can write a decision table. The transaction, but we cannot write a proper decision table here. Why? Here, each person will withdraw different money. I may withdraw 500 rupees. My friend may withdraw 5,000 rupees. Yes, but in the case of next day problem, the number of days, number of months, and number of year is fixed. Correct, no, students? It is fixed. So when I was explaining the theory class, then that time also I told using next day problem we can write a good decision table. Whereas in the case of commission problem, it is difficult to write a decision table because the commission of each employee will be different. Correct? No. Here also the withdrawal of each employee, each customer is different. So it is difficult to write the decision table. We can write, but it is little complex, not as easy as this next day problem. Yes, I can ask you to write. I may ask you to write what are the boundary value here we can take in this. Specifically, I'll tell you, write a boundary value for transaction. Write a boundary value of transaction when you visit to the ATM machine. See students, there in the previous question, what I told you to create a GUI. Now GUI, everything is there. The case study material I'll upload today. I'll share in GCR. So you go through that case study. Based on that case study only, I'm going to ask the questions. Yes, clear with case study and innovative questions? Any doubt? Doubt idya enadru? Yes, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Look like the different content.
Is the boundary value analysis. Yes, students, in the boundary value analysis, first you need to understand is what is boundary value. The boundary value is nothing but the range. Yes, correct? No, the boundary value is nothing but the range. Without knowing the minimum and maximum range, it is difficult for us to write any test cases. Correct? No. Yes, without knowing the boundary values, the students, is the screen is visible? Screen ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Because I can. So when we write any test case, students, the boundary value is very much important. So the boundary value is nothing but the minimum and the maximum range. The minimum and the maximum range. See here the two values x1 and x2 are the two variables. X1 and x2 are the two variables. Here the value of x1 is lies between a and b. The value of x2 is lies between c and d. So similarly, if you have any doubt here, but in next day problem you will understand clearly. See, what is the range? What is the boundary value of next day problem for month, for day, for year? The boundary value of year is 1 to 12. The boundary of day is 1 to 31. The boundary value of month is 1 to 12. Is it correct? Is it correct, students?
Ma'am, for year it is not correct.
Yes, these are all boundary values, and sometimes we also have a boolean value, boolean variables. That is the boolean variable. When the name we listen boolean, then what will come to our mind? That is true and false value. True and false value. True means 1, false means 0. true and false value. So this is a boolean value, boundary values. And robust means what? What is the general meaning of robust? Robust means robust means the general meaning of robust is strong. The general meaning of robust is strong, but here the robust means a valid values. Robust means, yes, in equivalence class we have seen, no students, in equivalence class the valid values. Robust means the valid values. Yes, students, if you observe the graph, yes, the graph is clear, no? Or you want me to zoom? Zoom ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? Respond. See, if you see, if this is my graph, see, whatever the values I have taken for this graph, those are all within the range. Within the range. If I say robustness, then out of range also. If I'm getting any value, then for that value also I can do the testing. In equivalence class we learned. In equivalence class, along with the graph I have shown you. Along with the graph, in equivalence class, the type of testing there, along with the graph we have seen what is robustness. So robust means if the value is going out of range also, or we can say invalid value. For invalid value also we are doing a testing. Worst case, I gave you, when I was explaining this in regular class, I gave you an example, that is function, some function at your home. So we are expecting 100 people. Maybe because of government holiday or because of some holiday, the number of guests increased to 150. So what we do is we may, before we do any function, before we do any program, we'll be ready for the worst case also. If something goes wrong, or if something goes fall shortage, or if more people come, then what we have to do. So how we are ready for that. Similarly here also, in worst case, if we are getting any value, if we are getting the boundary value for the worst case, then also whatever the program we write, it should be able to do the testing for all the values. See, it also have some for all the project, or for all the application, whatever the application we develop, for everything there will be some limitations. Correct, no students? There will be some limitations. If we are getting any value out of the limitation also, this worst case will help us to do the testing. Special testing. This the most commonly used special. I gave you the VTO exam example. So generally, the minimum rate, the duration of VTO exam is 180 minutes. 180 minutes ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 3 hours. Correct, now students? Instead of telling in hours, I am telling 180 minutes. If a student is having any genuine reason, if a student is met with an accident, if the student is not able to write fast, then with the proper document, if we go to VTO, if we request to the VTO, then they will give you another 30 minutes. See, this may not happen for all the exams. This will not happen for with all the students, or special cases. This is special cases. So similarly, the in next day problem, we have the number of days is 28 days in February. But in the special case, we'll get a number of days, 29 days in the month of February. So this special case we don't use commonly, we don't use regularly. Special case we don't use regularly. It depends on the situation, and for this special case there is no specific guidelines. Yes, students, for special case there is no specific guidelines. Based on the experience, based on the experience, the engineers will take a decision and they will implement a special case in the testing. Students, do you remember whatever I am explaining? This second time I am explaining. This I am doing revision. How many of you remember? Tell me honestly. Yes, test case for triangle problem. Along with the triangle problem, I have taken the commission problem also. Is test case for the triangle problem. Here, along with the triangle problem, I explained the test case for commission problem also. See students, if you remember, see, here I have taken salesperson 1 and 2, salesperson 1, salesperson 2. The minimum he has to sell 10. What example I have taken? A refrigerator example. In the refrigerator, per month he has to sell 10 refrigerator, and the salesperson 1 has sold 11 refrigerator, and salesperson 2 has sold 14 refrigerators. If you see this, he has sold extra 1 and he has sold extra 2. For selling of extra 4. For selling of extra 4, he is getting 8,000 extra. For selling of extra 1, he is getting 2,000 extra. Means for each extra sell, on each extra sell, the owner is giving 2,000 rupees. Here he has sold 4 extra, so he is getting 4,000 rupees. Here, the best case, the average case. Here the sale of each salesperson I have rated with average, good and best. How? See here, the minimum they have to sell 10 refrigerators. Salesperson 1 has sold 11. Salesperson 2 has sold 14. Salesperson 3 has sold he has sold 10. He has sold 10 extra. He has sold no, he has not sold a single. He has just sold 10 refrigerator, students. Salesperson 3 has sold only 10 refrigerator. Salesperson 1 has sold 11 to 14, and 3 he has not sold any extra refrigerator. Any extra refrigerator he has not sold. So here, based on the sale, I have written the case. If he is getting the extra amount 1,000 to 5,000, then it is average case. If he is getting 6,000 to 8,000, then it is good case. If he is getting 9,000 to 15,000, then it is a best case. So according to this given condition. According to the given condition, I have drawn this table. S1 is in average case. Is correct, no? Because S1 is getting 2000 rupees extra. Is according to my condition, it is an average case. S2 is getting 8000, so it is a good case. And S3 is not getting any extra amount. S3 is not getting any extra amount, so it's a bad case. So he is not getting anything extra. Yes, yes, students understood this example. The boundary, some of the guidelines of boundary value. The guidelines are whatever the input we take, that should be within the range only. So we should not blindly we should not take any values. And sometimes it depends on the assumption also. Whatever the assumption we do, that should also, the assumption should be valid. And so we use internal variables such as loop controls, and pointers. All this we use. Decision table. What is decision table? What is decision table? A decision table has 4 portions. A decision table has 4 portions. The part to the left of the, so the decision table is, yes, how the decision table will be, students? Okay. How it will be? So the decision table is in the form of rows and columns. The decision table is in the form of rows and columns. We label each column. Yes, we label each column. And here in decision table, the most important thing is we have a don't care condition. We have a don't care condition. Yes, when we say it is a don't care condition, students, anybody? Anybody? When I say it is a don't care, when I say a don't care condition, Vishal? Fast. When we say it is a don't care condition, Bega. Do I have any don't care condition? ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ವಿಶಾಲ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಯಾವತ್ತಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ don't care condition ಅಂತ? Or today is the first time you are listening that word don't care condition? If you are listening first time today, then please you go to our department channel and you can see, you can go through the videos which I have uploaded. Yes, Sneha, what is don't care condition? Sneha. Sneha. Can you hear me, Sneha?
Ma'am.
What is don't care condition? Anybody? Shruti, what is don't care condition? Shruti? Kavya? What is don't care condition?
Yes, ma'am.
What is don't care condition?
It allows us to replace the empty cell.
It allows you to replace the empty cell. Yes, students, see here. First case, I mean rule 1. Here I have rule 1 and rule 2, rule 3 and so on. rule 1, all the values, all the conditions, see, these are all the conditions and these are all rules. For rule 1, all the conditions are true, all the conditions are true, then action 1 and action 2 is going to happen. Action 1 and action 2 is going to happen. Next, when condition for rule 2, condition 1 and condition 2 both are true. Kansa condition 1 and condition 2 both are true and condition 3 is false. Condition 3 false. Yes, condition 3 is false. Then according to this decision table, action A1 and action A3 is going to happen. Action A1 and action A3 is going to happen. Next, coming to the third rule, the third rule, what is happening? What is happening? In the third rule, condition 1 is true, condition 2 is false, and there is no condition for condition 3. There is no condition here for condition 3. Is there any condition? Idiya condition, whether it is true or false. Condition 3 is true or false? Yes, respond. Condition 3 is true or false? No. No condition has, nothing has given, no rule has given for condition 3. So we call this as don't care condition. We call this as a don't care because I don't have any rule for this condition 3. So this we call as a don't care condition. And we have a rule count. How we count the rule? Take any decision table, students. Take any decision table. In the decision table, if we are not having any condition, see, this only I'll take here. Rule 1 is applied for all the conditions. In rule 1, condition 1 is true, condition 2 is true, condition 3 is true. In rule 2, condition 1 is true, condition 2 is true, condition 3 is false. In rule 3 and 4, condition 1 is true, condition 2 is false, and condition 3, there is no rule. So for this type of situation, we call as a don't care, and this hyphen we are labeling, we are counting as 1. This hyphen we are counting as 1. Coming to this redefined decision table, in this redefined decision table, I have, you can, if you observe this table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 place only hyphen ide. Is it right? Yes. Then n value is 5. N value is 5. Now, how to count the number of rules? How to count the number of rules? The formula is 2 to the power of n. 2 to the power of n. What is 2 to the power of n? N value is 5. N value is 5. So the rule count is 32. Like this, we are going to count the rules. And here also the counting of rules is same, students. The rule count method is same. That is, here in 2 places we don't have any condition. So the n value will be how much? Yes, Rashmi, n value is how much? 2 places only I don't have any condition. Ravi Shankar, are you there? So the n value is 2. See, one simple ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೈಫನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. In each column, ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 hyphens ಇದೆ. So n value will be 2. Coming to the second column, 2 hyphens ಇದೆ. So n value will be 2. Coming to the third column, so 2 hyphens ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. First column 5 hyphen is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n value will be 5. Third column 1, 2, 3 hyphen is there. So n value will be 3. Yes. Understood how we are counting the rules? Yes, rules. See decision table. This type of decision table, we have seen so many decision tables, and this is the try condition. This is the you can first try, second try, third try. You can also say first case, second case, and third case of next day function. First case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, first try ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, we have taken all the possible values. That is M1 30 days, M2 31 days, M3 February month. Why specifically we have taken February month? Because in February month sometimes we'll get 28 days and sometimes we'll get 29 days, and the range of the range value of day 1 to 28, 29, 30, 35, leap year, non-leap year, all the conditions, all the valid conditions we have taken. In second try we are focusing on the leap year. The second try we are focusing on the leap year. In the third try we are focusing on a days. We are focusing on a days. Commission problem, as I told, it is difficult to write the decision table for commission problem. Some of the guidelines. Quickly, I'll finish this. Path testing is here. The program execution is represented in the form of a graph, students, and that is a directed graph. Yes, if you see here, first we check the condition 1, we check the if condition. If it is true, then it will go to 2. If it is false, it will go to 4. See, based on the condition, see, this is a program is represented with graph. The program is represented with graph. While, do while, switch case, if statement, everything we are representing with. And this example I already explained 2 times. Here, whatever the program is there here, the same thing is represented in a graph, and that is a directed graph. That is a directed graph. Coming to statement number 9. In statement number 9, we are checking the condition here, students. If this condition is true, then east triangle value will be true. East triangle value will be true. If it is false, then east triangle value will be false. It will be false. Next, I have one more condition in 14. That is, if A is equal to B and if B is equal to C, then the output is equilateral. The output is equilateral. 15. Okay, students, I have given the soft copy of the textbooks. The textbook there also you can see this. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Any doubt here? Any doubt? So this is very important. That is DD path. DD stands for decision to decision path. Decision to decision path. Here, if you take a node, if you take a single node, then is there any input or is there any output? No. The in degree and the out degree value. What is the in degree and out degree value, students? What is the in degree and out degree value? Nothing. So now what I did, I changed the graph. Now assume that this is node A and this is node B. Now for node A, the in degree is 1 and the out degree is also 1. Yes, something is coming in and something is going out. So previously the in degree and out degree value was 0. Now it has changed to 1. And when we see here, when through this directed graph, we are joining the nodes. This joining of node we call as this line we call as a chain. We call as a chain. See test coverage matrix. We have similar test coverage matrix we have. See, in this Miller test coverage matrix, he has given some of the predefined values. These predefined values we are going to use in the program. If it is C1, then every DD path we check. If it is C2, then C1 coverage plus loop coverage. C1 coverage means what? Every DD path and the loop coverage. So based on this Miller test coverage matrix table, we are going to do the testing in the program. The matrix based testing, here we do statement testing, DD path testing, dependent pair of DD path, predicate outcome testing, multiple condition coverage testing, and loop testing condition and loop coverage testing. And the basic path testing, testing is depending on the it depends on the basic path and the observation and the essential complexities. See, this is a very important concept, that is equivalence class testing. What is equivalence equivalent to? I gave you many examples. When you go to a market, if I want to buy a specific product, then if that specific product is not available, then the shopkeeper, what he does is he will give a other product which is equivalent to your requirement. Last class I gave you laptop example. I want laptop with i5 RAM, 128 GB, 128 GB. And graphic card of some configuration, some predefined configuration I have. Which company I want? I want Dell. But in the market, in that particular shop, I don't have Dell laptop with whatever my required configuration. What the shopkeeper will do, equivalent to this, some or the other variation. If it is there available in Dell, then he will try to show that. If it is not available, then in other company, in HP or Acer or Apple, in other company, if any matching product is available, then he will try to show. Correct, no? So there we are doing some equal class testing. If some item is matching with our requirement, then that product we are going to buy. So here, what is the main aim of this equivalent class testing is, this equivalence class testing is for a functional testing. It is basically used for functional testing, and it has two motivations. What are those two motivations? That is a complete testing and it avoids redundancy. Yes, the rice example I gave. When you go to a shop, 20 rice I told. See here I have written. So do I check all the 20 rice? No. I want to purchase only, I went to shop to purchase basmati rice. I went to shop to purchase a basmati rice. In basmati rice, there may be some 5 varieties. Then I'll check only those 5 varieties, because he has made the subsection. He has made the subsection for each variety of rice to save the time of the customer. Correct? To save the time of the customer, he has done like that. So I'll check only the basmati rice, and whichever the quality I like, I will purchase that. So similarly, in equivalence class also, it is a subset It is a subset, and here, if you use with the help of this equivalence class, it avoids the redundancy. It avoids the redundancy. In equivalence class, we have four types. We have four types: weak normal equivalence class, strong normal equivalence class, weak robust equivalence class, strong robust equivalence class. What is weak normal? Weak normal means the word weak, it has come because here we check a single fault assumption. We check a single fault assumption. Whereas in the strong normal, we check multiple fault. We check multiple faults. And weak robust, a single fault, robust testing. Robust in the last, when I was explaining the third module, I told robust means it will allow for the invalid values also. Correct? It will allow for the invalid values. So though it is checking a single value, it also allows for the invalid values. And strong robust equivalence class testing. The strong robust, strong means multiple checking, invalid means out of range testing. Invalid testing also we are doing. Equivalence. Okay, students, understood? Any doubt? Till here you have for your test. Till here. Till strong, robust, equivalence class testing, till here you have for your test. Any doubt? Any doubt, students? Any doubt for your test? Answer attendance. Asta? Asta? What happened to this girl? Abhinav? Aishwarya?
Present, ma'am.
Ambrish?
Yes, ma'am.
Anu?
Present, ma'am.
Arbas?
Yes, ma'am.
Arjun?
Present, ma'am.
Arbaz, do you have any doubt, Arbaz?
No doubt, ma'am.
Ashok?
Present, ma'am.
Benita? Bhargavi? Bhavisha?
Present, ma'am.
Chaitra?
Present, ma'am.
Dev?
Present, ma'am.
Diksha?
Present, ma'am.
Deepika L?
Present, ma'am.
Deepika M?
Present, ma'am.
Murli? Murli, any doubt?
Present, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Gangubai? Gangubai? Any doubt?
Present, ma'am.
Gudia? Gudia? She is absent. Gudia is absent. Gudia is not there. Gudia is absent. Harshit?
Present, ma'am.
Harshit, doubt ಇದೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು?
Yeah, ma'am.
Junjar?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Kavya?
Present, ma'am.
Kishore? Kishore? Kishore, why you have not submitted your
Present, ma'am.
assignment? And you joined very late, no? In the beginning, so many times I called your name. What about your assignment, Kishore? If you are not responding, I'll mark absent. Only for the attendance you are responding. I'll mark you absent. Lata,
Yes, ma'am.
Manisha, Manisha, Manjuna,
Yes, ma'am.
Naina,
Present, ma'am.
Neelanjan,
Yes, ma'am.
Nishant,
Present, ma'am.
Pavitra,
Present, ma'am.
Maithili,
Present, ma'am.
Priyanka, Priyanka,
Present, ma'am.
Pavan,
Present, ma'am.
Akash,
Present, ma'am.
Rajeshwari,
Present, ma'am.
Rakesh,
Present, ma'am.
Ramya,
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi,
Present, ma'am.
Ravi Shankar,
Yes, ma'am.
Rizwan,
Present, ma'am.
Vishal,
Present, ma'am.
Savita,
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti.
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti, I asked you a question, you did not respond also.
Ma'am, some network issues, ma'am.
Sneha,
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Srinidhi, Srinidhi, absent. Srinivas,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil, Sunil.
Ma'am, Sunil, present, ma'am.
Okay. Vaishnavi,
Present, ma'am.
Vinny,
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am, Benita present, ma'am.
what you were doing, Benita, at that time when I called your name?
My microphone was not